I hate you, bitch. You're so funny. So we welcome back again with Michael. If you see Michael in the last episode or the last podcast, I decided to bring you back because I feel like we have a great time together, and like I feel like we bounce back. The energy is great. It's great times all around.
Chemistry. I'm not a scientist, but I think we have good chemistry.
Oh, look at us. The stars are aligned. What are you? Oh no, let's not talk about what science is. I
think my dick's in Uranus, so that makes me.
It has been.
That means I'm a Virgo.
She's a Virgo.
I'm a Virgo. I know you don't like horoscopes.
I hate. That's actually one of my biggest pet peeves.
Yeah.
Like as soon as like people start talking about horoscope, I like check the fuck out.
Sign?
No. Well, I'm a Leo. If you want to get real into detail, I'm a Leo. I have a Cancer cusp, and then I'm very toxic because I'm a Scorpio moon and Scorpio, whatever the fuck that is.
Oh, that's cool.
The Scorpio. Leo, Scorpio.
Oh, you're a double Scorpio? Mm-hmm. That's cool. I'm a double Libra. So,
really?
Yeah. People always think that I'm not a Virgo because I'm kind of like ditzy and I'm like really
ditzy.
Not
you ditzy. I could have.
I feel like at first glance or when people get to know me, they think I'm like silly or compared to a lot of Virgos, I feel like I'm a little more like fun. Yeah.
I've been telling myself that because everyone's into horoscopes now.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are talking about fucking horoscope. So you know how everyone's like, especially the women's and the gays are very into the horoscopes, and I fucking my eyes roll back to my head, roll fucking 360 and shit. Because it's just like, anyway.
Yeah.
So what's it called? So they're every time I tell them what my horoscope is, they're just like, oh, I can tell you're a Leo.
You know what's so funny, and I know you're gonna hate hearing this again, but you really do exude Leo energy, and I fucking love Leos. I have never met a Leo I didn't like.
Because we're a good time.
Because you guys are a good time. Like John's a Leo. My poetry mentor's a Leo. Like Maurice is a Leo, my other best friend. Yeah, Leos are like, you could just always tell when a Leo's in a room.
Just because, well, I mean, and it's just me. I'm not gonna say it's because it's my zodiac sign, but like when I do walk into a room, it's very like my chest up, my head up high. Like it's just like we.
It's a lioness.
Command the room, I guess, in a sense. And then also, I feel like a lot of us are very outgoing.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the Leos that I've met, and it's always so funny because I always meet them around our birthdays.
Oh, really?
And it's crazy. I never meet Leos throughout the year, but always around our birthdays is when I'll start meeting Leos. Like this past year, I met like at least 4 Leos.
Really?
Yeah. But what I've been trying to do lately is I'm trying to like fuck with the little horoscope bitches and be like and tell them that something that I'm actually not.
You're a messy
bitch. But I always forget. And my stupid ass, I have a Leo tattoo, so it's like, well, my zodiac sign.
Yeah. That is so funny.
Which actually want to get removed.
I know a Leo. He's done that to me before.
Yeah, no, but usually, I mean, I don't know if these bitches really know what a Leo really is, but yeah, they're just like, oh yeah, I 100% got that from you. And the moment
I love when people ask me to guess because I'm like, ooh, okay, so I think I'm really good at it.
I'm like, bitch, I don't know anything. Like, I don't know any of the characteristics of any of the zodiac signs but mine.
Yeah.
And that's a very Leo thing because they're so into themselves. But yeah, no, it's I get along. Well, I mean, I get along with everybody.
Yeah.
I can't say that there's a particular sign that I don't get along with. Okay. I mean, but then again, I don't really give a fuck enough to know.
Yeah,
like, hey, what's your sign?
Oh, that's why I don't like you.
Yeah. But yeah, no, usually like when I see a lot of the characteristics of my zodiac sign, they kind of align to like my own personality. But there's certain things that I like to tweak. Like I try not to be prideful. Like and I try to like. But I do like to be right, and that's one of the things that I've kind of not battled, but like kind of been working on like the past couple of years, more so like last year, like we're just like, let go of the fight, it's okay that you're wrong, bitch, nothing's gonna happen, your pride is not
Leos are very proudful, they're like the lions of the den.
And it's crazy because my mom's a Leo,
oh, really?
My sister's I'm surrounded by a lot of Leos. My mom's a Leo, she's August 1st, my sister's a Leo, she's August 6th, I'm a Leo. And then my grandpa's a Leo, my uncles and 2 of my uncles are Leos. My cousin's a Leo also, and I think I might have another cousin who's a Leo. But yeah, I'm surrounded by Leos.
And you guys are fire signs, so you're like lit
all the time. But yeah, with that being said, so we're entering the new year. I mean, probably by the time I post this video, it's probably be February. So happy New Year! What did you do for New Year's? Did you do anything?
No, I stayed home and we just John cooked Korean barbecue and we had shots. Yeah. Oh, I almost got into a fight, bitch.
Oh, really?
I almost got into a fight that night. Yeah. Some guy was like fucking bugging on sniffies, and I was like, well, if you have an issue, come press it.
Not on sniffies. me,
Yeah, no, so this is so embarrassing.
No, tell it.
Backstory.
We have time.
I had a threesome with this guy. I don't want to get into too much details, but apparently he says like, oh, you always hit me up and never follow through. And let me tell you, there is nothing more upset about a gay guy who's a top that can't get their nut in that night, or like that can't find someone to get their nut into. And so like it was just very that. I said, hey, not today. Like I'm just staying home with my roommate. We're gonna celebrate New Year's. And he just started getting really mouthy, and he went on a long tangent of like, you're always dissing me, like we hooked up before, all of these things, and he started calling me out a name and saying some things. Some of them were correct. Some of them correct, but it was like, girl, it's not that serious. Yeah. It's not that serious.
But
and so
no,
I gave him my address and I told him to pull up.
And to the top?
Yeah.
See, I would expect the bottom to be upset because, like, when we bottom, like, we go through much. We go through so much work, and honestly, sometimes it's not fun. Yeah. Like the conversation I was having earlier before I turned on the camera was like, back then it didn't take me so long to douche, because I was young and petite and I didn't fucking eat anything. I fucking photosynthesized throughout the whole fucking day. But now it's just like because I'm a big bitch and I just a big girl. What's it called? I like eat everything. I'm a fucking raccoon. Like I'm a fucking garbage disposal when it comes to eating. Like I eat everything and everything of like
So like when you do it, it's like time consuming.
It's time consuming, and I have to take. I mean, we talk about this. Like I'll take a break. Like I'll get on
get on my phone.
Yeah, get on my phone, and because it does exhaust you.
It does.
It does.
And it's important to take breaks when you douche.
But that's what you told me, yeah.
Yeah, so you're not irritating the bowels. So just take like long and do jumping jacks when the water's in you. Like
I have done that.
Yeah,
I have done that.
always do that. Yeah.
But what's it called? But yeah, like sometimes it'll take like for example, like let's say I ate light or whatever, or I hadn't eaten. Then like yes, it'll take me less time to prep. But then when the days I go heavy, like I'm just like when I hit all my macros and shit. Yeah, definitely like it takes me a longer time. Like I think the longest I've gone is like maybe like 30 minutes.
Really? There were times where I didn't know anything about douching, and I would get past the second hole and go into like the further cavity, and it was just like a sewer, like just things that I've never smelled before.
Oh my god, I hate that when you're like you think you're done, but then you're like, bitch, oh no,
you've unlocked
that happened to me. Like using the hose, the ones you connect to the shower. Yeah, because those will clear you the strong. That too, and that shit will clear you the. That shit will come shooting out of your mouth and shit. It's crazy. I'd rather just stick to
what are those fountain statues? Alright,
so New Year's. Okay, so you pretty much almost got in a fight.
Yeah.
You squared up. I would love to see you square up. Because you're such a like... you're such a dude.
I almost got into another fight last weekend. Oh my god, I'm not crazy. Maybe a little bit.
bit.
My other friend, Val, I went out for her birthday party, and this guy almost ran me over because I was trying to save a parking spot. Okay. And I had asked him, like, hey, WeHo, the library parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
It's a mess in there.
It's always a mess.
And so, I was on the rooftop trying to get a parking spot, and I had asked the people that were just leaving from it, like, if we could take it. They said yes. I stood right there. My friend was coming around the corner. And this other guy starts pulling up next to me, and I was like, oh, hey, I just told them that we were going to take it. And he's like, well, we're here first. And I was like, just was like, so they started running me over, and so I went up to his window and was like, hella in his shit.
You know what? One thing about I will say this about weed is like I've become very passive.
Oh, that's good.
Like I'm always ready to shoot. Like let's go. Like if you want to say some shit, like I'm down. Like let's go for it. But like weed, I'm just like I just don't give a fuck.
That's
I just don't have the time or energy to give a fuck. And like I've gotten to a point where I'm just like I'd rather make you feel stupid about what the fuck you just said to me right now. And then like I'm like and I'm petty.
And there's something so regal about like people who are like that, and because John's like that too. Like they're very Leo. Like I am so unbothered right now. You look ridiculous.
Yes.
And it's just like it's very
and they get
curious.
very upset. I'm just like, bitch. And my favorite thing is smiling.
Yeah.
Like I smile when I answer. I'm just like, oh yeah, oh that's great. Like have a beautiful day. And they just get more upset and just like you realize like I don't have that many fucks to give. I'm like you're fucking with the wrong bitch. I'm like I'm way too high right now to give 2 fucks.
And that's like beautiful and like admirable because I'm like, yeah, that's just beautiful.
No, honestly, the only wish is like I wish I it still would fight, but I just don't.
No, but that's like the adult thing. Is just like, hey, I was crossfaded that night, so like I just really don't give a fuck. I always say you can always tell how bad my trauma is through my anger. because I just be like hitting.
No, me same. Like the most inconvenient thing will piss me the fuck off, and I'm just ready to go. Like,
Yeah.
extremely ready to go, and it's like that's one of the things that I've been working on. So I'm just like keep your calm,
That's
keep
good.
your like, especially I mean, you know, with my line of work and shit. Like I have to.
Yeah.
Like it's just I'm like there's no option. So it in a sense has helped me better be a better person, and it's helped me develop as I'm getting older. It's one of those skills that like I'm glad that I've acquired it and that I'm working on it, that I'm like, you know, I'm continuously, you know, making sure that I'm on top of it. Because sometimes, like, for example, like New Year's resolutions, which I'm gonna get into.
Yeah.
You know, you start with like, oh, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and then you just like within like 2 weeks, you just like, it's like all the gym bitches.
Yes. The gym was empty today.
You know, it's crazy.
Yes.
Everyone said, "Fuck hell, we're gonna get thick this year." Yeah, it hasn't been that crazy.
That's good.
Okay, New Year's resolutions. Do you have any?
I did. I just
did.
I did, and I tried doing it, and then I just officially did it on Monday again. It's been 6 days since I had a cigarette.
Oh my god, we're in the same boat. I stopped smoking
Really?
weed. Yeah, it's been a week.
Shut up, really?
Yeah, it's been a week.
Why?
I'm ready to relapse though, but like, no, yeah, cause so so I go to the shop that I'm going to the shop for like the past
Is there
couple
a
months.
shop right here?
There's a couple. There's Lemonade, which I don't
okay.
go because it's way too expensive.
Oh, okay.
And then there's one on Balboa. What is it? Balboa passing Sadako. It's a first little street on the right hand side. There was like a fucking like a warehouse like blew up not that long ago.
Oh shit.
But anyway, there I go there, and it's kind of like a little hole in the wall kind of because it's a lot of like business, but it's like very like warehousey kind of in a sense.
Yeah, like industrial.
Yeah, it's industrial. There you go. I go there and like I buy joints like all the fucking time. So the people know, like, I get hooked up and everything, which is great. But, like, no, like, I've realized that, like, I just can't have weed at home because I'll just smoke the whole fucking thing. And, like, depending on my mood, I can be productive or I cannot be productive. I can be a total fucking couch potato and just, like, not. But, like, if I force myself to say, hey, we're gonna smoke weed, but if we smoke weed, we have to do this. And, like, a lot of the things that, because I have so much, like, content and shit that I have just been, like, sitting in my computer. I'm like, it needs to move, like, we need to get it going. So, like, I'll sit there and force myself. I'm like, okay, you're gonna smoke this bowl, but you're gonna open up that laptop. No, I'll prep my shit. Like, I'll have it all out. I'll have it all out. Like, we're gonna smoke this bowl, but we're gonna sit here. We're gonna do this. And like, my ADHD is like up the fucking roof. So it's just like I'm trying to like concentrate on one thing, but at the same time, it's like, oh my god, my flowers need to get watered. You know, all this other shit. So yeah, but no, I was smoking consistently. Like, I would like buy like maybe I'd buy like 5 joints, 5 joints a week, and those would be the joints that I would smoke for the week. They would last for like 3 days. Yeah. So then I would go back and re-up, and then like, just recently, like last week, I started noticing that like I was getting back to not the old habits, but like before. Like towards the end of my relationship with my ex-boyfriend, we would smoke so much that sometimes we would just smoke because we were bored. Oh my God. When we would smoke, it would only last for like, the high would last for like 10-15 minutes. Yeah. So then it got to that point, and then also I started coughing. And then when I would smoke, I would cough. I never smoke. I'm a vacuum cleaner, bitch. Like, I got good lungs. I can take a fucking fast rip. But even then, like, I would take like a medium-sized hit, and I'd be like, and I'm like, oh, you're a little bitch. So then I realized, I'm like, okay, I probably need to like.
And how old were you when you first started smoking?
Oh, girl, I was young.
You were young.
Yeah. I mean, I was in high school for sure. I don't.
Same.
But it was never how it is now.
Oh, like the concentration of it.
No, meaning that like I never smoked. I was not much of an avid smoker. I was more of a social smoker. And back then it was harder to get weed because you had to have a reg.
Yeah.
You needed to get a reg, and then if you had a reg, like you would have that one friend who had a reg, and you would get your weed through them. And me, I never bought weed. Never. Yeah, I had never bought weed or even smoked by myself till like I was. 2000. No, I was like, I can't remember how old I was. It must have been. It was like, I was still at McDonald's. Because I remember I went high as fuck to work, and I was just like, I can't do this. I'm so tired. No. It was bad.
You had a meltdown?
No, the meltdown. I was just so exhausted. I couldn't do it. It was the beginning of my shift too, and I was like, and they had me in this little cubicle, and like for the drive-through, and I was like, I'm ready to pass out. So it must have been like 2006. No, 17, 18. I must have been like, I don't know, fucking 22, I guess. And I remember like smoking for the first time by myself. I was like, oh my god, like, is this how people smoke? Like, and then I didn't buy weed until like maybe my ex-boyfriend, because when he would come down, I would be like, okay, like we'll buy a zip. Or half a zip. So I would give him half, and he put in half, and then we would buy a zip together. So yeah, I guess in a sense. But me actually buying weed at a shop, maybe like when I was towards the end of my relationship with him, which maybe I want to say like 2020. That's when I started buying my own weed.
Yeah.
But
I've had like an on and off relationship with weed. I'll like do it for a while and I'll stop doing it, and then I'll pick it up again.
To be honest, it was scary because I told myself like I'm gonna stop, but then I would stop for like a couple of days and I would just go back into it, and it kind of got scary because I'm like fuck, I feel like I'm an addict. Like I feel like I just can't like drop the habit.
Yeah.
And so then right now, it's been a week. I've been okay.
Yeah.
I was going to buy weed because I was cooking, and I love to be high when I cook.
Yeah.
I it's just like
you're just like a magician in that.
Yes, and it's just like I just take my time, and nothing matters. So then I was like, I literally came home from the grocery store and I was like, fuck, I should have gone to the shop, but I was like, no, we said we were going to. So I'm not giving myself a time or a time frame, but I want to see how far I can go without smoking weed.
That's good.
So it's been a week.
What do you like about smoking weed?
I like being high.
Okay.
It's as fucked up as it sounds, but I love to drive high.
Oh shit.
I'm a very good high driver. Like
I am the worst high driver.
When I first got high and I was driving, I remember being paranoid as fuck. Yeah. I remember like when you cross your eyes like this.
Yeah.
And you can see double.
Yes.
Okay, that's how it was. I remember seeing the lights when I was first driving, and I was like, I can't. So I remember pulling over and stopped, and I waited till my high was done, and then I drove home. But because of my ex-boyfriend, we used to have a bong at the house. No, we didn't have a bong at the house because at that time I was still with my parents, and I couldn't keep a bong at home.
Right.
So we would keep it in my car. So we would smoke in my car, and then
just go somewhere.
But we would smoke while we were driving.
Oh my god!
I would hit the bong, and I would milk it, and then I'll give it to him so he can take it. It was bad. It was good. It was great. It was fun. But what's it called? I don't know where I'm going with this.
Shit.
Girl,
I remember being high one time. Driving high. I remember being really high once, and I had to get off on the 170 because I thought my tire was flat. I was like, what is that sound? And I had to pull over, and I was like kicking on my tires, and I'm like, bitch, am I faded? Well, of course I was high, but I was like, bitch, I'm too high right now. I thought my tires were flat. But
it's always funny when you're high. You do the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
Girl, one time I was trying to get into my house. I pulled out my keys and I pulled out my car remote. And I was like, why isn't it open?
But that's how much weed dissociates you. You're just like, bitch.
Yeah, you just don't care.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I kind of like about it.
That's what I like about it too.
Because I'm very because I have ADHD, so I'm on the wall. Don't get me wrong, weed enhances it. Yeah. But there's also a calmness about it where for example, if I tell myself to sit down and lay on the couch and just not do anything, I'll do it. Yeah. And it's also kind of like I said, it goes back to the whole I'm very kind of passive, I don't really fight, and it's in a sense me being high kind of that state of mind kind of transferred over to me sober, where it's just why are you gonna fight? Why just chill the fuck out? And I'm very like that. I don't know, maybe it's just my character developing as a person, or just that doing that. It's I put it into my daily life kind of thing. But yeah, I'm it's very that, and I love to drive high. Me, I'll just be high as fuck, and I'll on my way to the gym. Yeah. And I'll blast my fucking music, and I feel like I'm in a fucking concert. I'm going and then, but one thing is I cannot drive fast when I'm high. Oh really? Because I feel like if I'm going which is usually the speed limit here is 40, 45. Yeah. I feel like I'm going 60. Dead ass. So
you're a good driver, so I've been in the car while you.
Oh yeah, I have it. Yeah. It's crazy because my sisters don't like that I smoke. But I've driven high while and they're pretty cool. I mean they're cool with it because I'm a good driver when I'm high.
You smoked high while they were in the car.
Yeah.
You smoked.
Well, no, when they're in the car.
Oh, okay.
I'm not that much of an dumbass. No, I'll.
You're hold this.
No, but I even do have a pipe in my car, which I should not have in my car. But
it's illegal, huh?
It's illegal, yeah. But I keep it in a ziploc bag and I put it in my glove compartment, and I only take it out when I only smoke.
An emergency weed.
I used to carry emergency weed in my car, so. But usually, for example, let's say because I'm telling you, the highs would be so short because I would so consistent. So I would from here to my gym, it's 15, 17 minutes. So by the time I got there, I was already sober. So then I would re-up while I'm in the parking lot and then go into the.
So you smoke before you go to the gym?
Yeah.
A lot of people.
I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. Yeah, some people can't do that.
it's kind of weird because for some people they say like the workouts feel more intense. But me, I'm just like, I already go into the gym not giving a fuck. Being high, I'm just like, I really don't give a fuck.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where you're like, and I don't know, it doesn't do anything. And then plus I always have like coffee with me, so it's just like, I'm mellowed, but then I'm like happier.
Yeah.
So by the time I'm really like sober, I'm like, okay, the coffee kicks in, we're ready to go.
Yeah, I kind of like that too. Like when you just burn out, or sativa predominantly, like when you just kind of burn out at the gym and you still have like that energy, so you're still going.
The only thing is that my body can't really tell the difference when it's like sativa or like indica.
Oh yeah, a lot of people
like,
say that.
Like, like, oh, you know, it's an up and it's a down. I'm like, bitch, I'm just like, I'm cruising through the whole fucking thing.
To me, it does feel like that. Like I'll only do sativa in the daytime and indica at night. And like for some people, they're always like, I can't tell the difference, and I'm like, I could tell the difference. Like if I smoke sativa at night, I feel like cracked out.
And I would smoke too. Like I would smoke before going to bed also.
Yeah, I cannot go to sleep when I'm high. I will stay my ass out.
No, I mean I'm already. I can knock out like this, like at the drop of a dime.
I can't do that.
No, oh girl, like on my 10-minute breaks, like. Have I told you like about my car seat, but my passenger seat in my car?
You have that pillow in there?
No, it's always down. And the only thing that I'm giving head, I'm like, no, I'm like, I sleep in my car.
That's what's up.
And what's it called? Like I can sleep at the drop of a dime. Like in my 10-minute breaks, I'll go to sleep. And then with weed, it's just like the same thing. Like I'll wake up a little bit more groggier, but I feel like in a sense, I'm well rested.
Okay.
But yeah, I had to pull weed out from my system. From my daily routine, because I'm just like not that I feel like I was relying on it, but it was just like I was getting to the point where I'm just like, okay, I'm just kind of smoking because I'm bored. So it's just like, let me just, I'm like, and it's not doing anything for my lungs. Yeah. So then I'm thinking of maybe doing edibles.
I've heard, a lot of people do that. I don't think I can get into that.
See, like, and that's the thing, like, people, like, I don't, like, everybody has bad experiences with edibles.
I have heard, bad experiences.
And, like, I've had one bad experience, but I feel like all the bad experiences that I've had were always at the beginning. Because, maybe because your body's not used to it, it's like, it's something new, so it's like, it gets, like, stuck. So I feel like people just stop it because they had that one bad experience. But I feel like because if you continuously do it, like, like your body will be like, it's like, okay, it's not foreign anymore. Like we know how to cope with it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So but everybody, like, a lot of people, like, they're just like, oh, I had one bad experience with edibles and I've never done it again. I'm just like, okay, well, no, bitch, you gotta do it again.
A lot of people have said that, like, they've had really bad experiences, and I'm always like, I've had crazy experiences on edibles because I think a lot of people don't know that there's a percentage or a dose in edibles. So when you buy your edible, like, people are just like, oh, fucking cinnamon toast
2 grams,
crunch.
5 grams,
Yeah, they don't understand, like, that's like an eighth of weed in that one chocolate bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the good thing is with the packaging now, it's just like, it's measured out. Like they'll put like for example, like I've seen like cookies and like they'll have like a little plastic thing that sits on the cookie, and then like, okay, you cut it like this, and this is how much you're getting. I feel like a lot of companies that are more aware of that because people will just fucking eat some shit, and like me, I'm just like, the only thing I don't like about edibles is because, like I said, I'm a big bitch. Like I can I can handle a horse tranquilizer when it comes to weed. Like I'm a horse, so like if I eat if I buy like a package of edibles, that's for one sitting and for one night.
Oh wow.
Because I can fuck up the whole thing and be like, let's go home.
I cannot.
But I can function. The only thing is that I was having trouble with like when I would come down from it, like I would get really sleepy and like tired. But sometimes I don't know, I feel like my body's been like pushing through, like, okay, no, we can't be tired, we have shit to do. So like now I'm able to cope, or at least I'll be able to cope more with like coming down from it, not being like so tired. I can just keep going.
I hear you.
But with work, I can't. Like I cannot be high at work.
Oh yeah.
One because of the line of work that I do.
Yeah.
But also because it's just like no, I can
like burn out at work, but I can't be like hit a bowl and then go back to work after lunch. I can't do that. That's really? Like crazy. I cannot.
That's like having a little like dessert, and then like, I'd love to. Like me, if I smoke and then I eat, it's done. Done. So we're going to bed. Yeah. Like for sure. So that's why I'm like sometimes I'm careful about like when I smoke, because if I'm gonna go out to like an outing, then like I eat, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go through hibernation with like real fucking quick. Yeah. So like,
do you like being faded and having sex? Or do you find challenges? Okay.
Well, when I bottom.
Oh, okay.
When I bottom, I do like.
I've never bottomed high, faded or whatever, but.
But yes, and the poppers is so differently.
Really? Do they?
Oh, when you're high, when you're like me, I don't like being high when I'm topping, but I do like being high when I'm bottom because it like. it kind of numbs you a little bit more.
Yeah, like desensitizes.
And I slow myself a little bit more. Like I slow myself out a little bit more. I'm just like, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I feel like a little, what is it called? Not firefly. Like just like my.
Oh, okay. Oh, your ass is out.
My ass is just like, you know. But when I talk, no, I feel like not that I lose concentration, but I don't know, like it's just because there's so much work when you talk.
Yeah.
There's so much work when you talk, and when you bottom, you just lay there, it's just like
like depending on who the bottom is, like you're doing most of the work.
Yeah. So and then not that it breaks my concentration, but because I'm in that whole like relaxed mode.
Yeah.
It's just like I have to really like do this.
Yeah. Lately, I've been having issues topping and being high, like the come downs yesterday. The first two, I was hella faded.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not feeling the fantasy.
Like I'll smoke it out. Like I'll smoke after we fuck.
Yeah.
But like when I bottom, I love being high. Not that I love being high, but yes, I will in what's it called get high and shit like that. But yeah, when it comes to topping, I try not to. But yeah. So okay, another New Year's resolution. So we talk about weed.
What else? I guess just like fitness, but I feel like that's like such a already a given. But that's about it. Just like the smoking cigarettes. And then what else? Oh, my fucking budgeting game. I need to get better at my budgeting. And that was about it. Just budgeting, cigarettes, maybe some more tattoos. I always say that every year. I want to get more tattoos.
Oh, yeah. Last year I didn't get that many. I think I only got like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
The year before I got 7.
Damn, bitch. That's what's up.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to not cover my whole body, but
Would you get a face tattoo?
I definitely want to get the back of my ear.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch anything from my neck up.
Oh, okay.
Only because, like, I mean, a lot of the tattoos that I have, I want my tattoos where I can cover them if I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt and some jeans.
Yeah.
Like, not because not that I care about. I mean, the line of work that I do, we do have to keep it professional. Yeah. Apparently, I just recently learned that, like, in my line of work, like, if we have tattoos that are visible, we have to cover them with Band-Aids.
Oh yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, I've heard that.
But like, I mean, they haven't given me shit at all. So especially with all the shit.
Yeah.
No, but they haven't told me anything. But yeah, no, I don't want to touch anything from the neck up. I do want to get maybe the back of my ear tatted, but I feel like if I do, it will solidify me as a fuckboy.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you look hot as fuck, and I would like to. But I definitely feel like I would look like a total fuckboy with the back of the ear. But I would like to.
What would you get?
See, that's the thing. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I really don't know. Like, it would be kind of cool for something to come around here, like that, not just like this. Like the lettering is like everyone does lettering. I don't know. I really don't know. Like I would have to talk to Martin. Like, hey, what can we do like behind my ear? Because usually him, like I just give him an idea and like he'll just do it for me.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I like that.
But if anything, I would like to get my neck tatted. I probably won't.
Yeah.
The back of my neck tatted I've thought about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would like to I would maybe like
would
to
you get your scalp, like your neck into your scalp?
You know what? Yes.
You would?
I would like to. But the thing is, like, I like having hair.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I do like. I mean, I don't see myself being bald. But if I do, I wouldn't mind having a head tattoo.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll get there when we get there.
To be continued.
But yeah, no. I'm almost finished with my legs. So I definitely want to finish my. I don't see, the thing about me with tattoos is like I'll see something online, or I'll what's it called? I'll be inspired by someone's tattoo. For example, like then I didn't have this. I wasn't planning on getting my knee tatted. I knew that it was gonna be in the works, but I just didn't think that it was gonna happen as soon as I thought it was gonna happen. And the only reason why I got it is because so there's this guy who who I talked to. He's a regular, and he's like. It's funny, he drives like a red Dodge Ram truck. He's a carpenter, and like he gives you straight up Trump vibes. But he's very nice.
Oh,
he's not Trumpy at all. But like
but
he looks very rednecky because he's bald as fuck and he's tatted as fuck.
Yeah,
total dad.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck is it that my faggot ass and like him mesh, but we like I don't even know how the relationship started, but we just talk about tattoos all the time. So whenever I get work done, I let him know like, hey, I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to my shop and I'm gonna get this done or like that done. And when he goes in, he tells me also, he's like, so when are we gonna get tatted? So he had been talking about for a cool minute about getting his knees done. So mind you, I've been knowing him for like about 2 years now, and like he's seen me basically get my whole leg done, and then all of this and this. So So what's it called? So he, like last year he'd been talking about like his knees for a while, and I'm like, and I knew that I eventually was gonna get my knees done, but I just didn't know if what was I gonna put on them, and I knew that I was like, I can't put too much detailed work on my knee because I know that I can only handle so much pain.
Yeah, the knees are like.
To be honest, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad?
It wasn't that bad.
Oh shit, okay.
So he kept saying, he's like, yeah, I want to get my knees done, but I don't know what to get, this and that. I don't know how cut off this shit got. But we're talking about a dude that I know that has tattoos. So he showed me his, that he wanted to get spider webs, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty cliche. And like me, if I do get a cliche tattoo, it has to have a twist to it. Like, it just can't be cliche. Like, I just, like, especially because, I mean, a lot of my tattoos are very American traditional, and, like, everybody has, like, the fucking... What are those little birds?
Oh,
yeah.
You know
what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The one of the colorful.
Yeah. Those or like fucking spider webs and like all that shit. So it's very cliche. So I'm like, I'm just like, if I'm gonna get one, it needs to be, it has to have a twist to it. So he was showing me the two types of spider webs that he was thinking about getting. One was just like a straight stencil, clean, like straight American traditional. The other one was kind of like more darky, kind of like Black Widow kind of vibes.
Okay.
So he showed me both of them, and like I'm just like, okay, well this has already been done by like every fucking person on this fucking planet. I was heading more towards the direction. I'm like, I think you should get the Black Widow spider because it was clean, but it also had that chaos kind of to it, a vibe to it. So then he was just like, oh yeah, you know, like I'll think about it. So and then he was just like, I just don't know because he keeps saying like, because I'm older. If I was younger, like, you know, I could be able to tolerate, but I'm older now, and like it's
pain?
Because of pain.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just like, and I told him like, I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, Patrick, if you get your shit, I'll get my shit done too. He's like, really? I'm like, set up your appointment. I'll set mine. I'll head up my guy and I'll get a spider webs with you also. So then I think he came the next day and he's like, Danny, I'm like, what? He's like, I set up my appointment. I'm like, all right, Patrick, let me text my guy. And so I was kind of shitting it too. She's like, fuck, am I really gonna get a spider with my fucking knee? I'm like, I've never, like, my knee, like, everyone always bitches about the knee.
Yeah, it's a
so I was just like, okay, fuck it. So then I hit up my guy and I gave him my idea. So originally my idea was to be, my idea for my knee, the tattoo was I was supposed to get the spider web. I was gonna get a bee on my knees for the bee's knees.
Oh, that's tight.
And then get a spider, a Black Widow. But what I originally thought it was gonna be like a plain ass little Black Widow, like, you know, somewhere around here or whatever. But then when I went to the shop, what's it called? He was just like, I just knew that I wanted I think the spider web to be more like giving that Black Widow vibes, because I wanted to be like it be nice and clean, but also have that chaos element to it. So then so yeah, I told my guy, and then when I got there, he showed me the idea, and then like the spider was just like out of this world. I thought the spider was gonna be like a minimal ass like spider, but no, he went above and beyond with the spider, and then we incorporated it because originally I wanted it to be here, somewhere around here, interacting with the butterflies. But then he was just like, why don't we put it here? That way we take up space and we start cleaning. We start filling this shit up.
Yeah.
And if anything we can do, we just have it coming down here. I was like, done, said and done. So I got mine done. He got his done first. He got both knees done.
Oh, he got both.
But he only got the line work done. He didn't get the shading done. No shading.
Okay.
I guess he didn't. I don't know if he was gonna tolerate it or not. But he didn't get the shading. He just got the line work done. But then I got the line work and I got the shading. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. It only felt kind of painful. Not painful, I would say, around here. This was here and here was I was just like. It wasn't as bad. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. Okay. But I was very fucking pissed about the spider because I didn't feel shit.
Oh, really? And that's your shin.
You know what? Well, I did feel it somewhat here, but not as much. But it's crazy because all of my leg work done.
Nothing, no pain.
No.
Really? What's the most painful? Or
this one.
Oh yeah.
This fucking suck, dude. I hate, and I want to get my whole stomach.
Yeah.
I want to get all this. Yeah, I want to get all of this. I want to leave my chest bare, but I want to get from my stomach down completed. So what's it called? So that was that. It wasn't painful. Like literally, and then it's crazy because he works very, very fast.
That's good.
The spider, we literally timed like he's like we were like, let's see how fast you can do it. He literally finished the spider in 25 minutes.
Really? And the shading? That's crazy. Let me see.
Yeah, just the spider itself. Literally 25 minutes. We timed it.
That's what's up. That's good because your client's not sitting there like and agonizing.
Oh no! He works fast.
Yeah.
Like these two, he took maybe like 45 minutes with this one, 30 with this one. This one he did probably like about an hour to get the spider web done. But like even the abdomen, this one's maybe like an hour. An hour, yeah. But it's he works very fast.
That's good.
But the thing about him is just like because he is a perfectionist and he like his big thing about his tattoos is like if they're gonna last and not gonna fade, and they don't they don't fade it. Like I mean but he goes in to your skin and it's just like.
He's like
homie,
dragging.
I'm done. Like, let's go.
He's like dragging. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't complain because I'm honestly like, I mean, I've gone back to him like, time and time again. One of my New Year's resolutions is finish my leg. Because I have this thing where I'm just like I'm very spotty. Like I told myself that once I finish, when I started with this, I'm like, okay, we're gonna finish this. If we go back, we're gonna go back to finish this, and we went back to get my fucking knee. But then now that I'm seeing that my leg kind of I guess my sock complete or getting closer to being complete, I'm just like, okay, like let's finish it. I want to get it done now. But I'm thinking about going back in February, towards the end of February, and I'm gonna get like a BDSM tattoo. BDSM. There's a girl in the same shop because they opened up a studio together, and she does a lot of like BDSM with like girls. And so I went up to her and I'm like you're the one that does like all the female BDSM, right? Like what is it called? More specifically like what is it? The tying up and stuff like that. What is it? Bondage.
Okay, yeah.
She does a lot of women in bondage, and I'm like, that's hot. That's fucking sexy. And so I told her, I have a proposal for you. And she said, what is it? I'm like, I know that you do like what's it called? A lot of the females in bondage. I would like a male in bondage, but like I want you to like demasculate the fuck out of him. Like I don't know how you're gonna do it, but like that's what I would like. That's my vision. I'm like, that's my vision. And she's like, yes. Like I've been wanting to like for a really long time, but like nobody's really up for it. I'm like, bitch, I'm the faggot to do it. That's it. Now the only thing is like I just don't know where I'm gonna put it. I'm thinking about putting it maybe here. Because I don't like I want it to be visible, but at the same time like I have to like hide it because of work.
It's a little
But it depends on how demasculated it's gonna be. But yeah, that's gonna be my next tattoo for sure.
That's dope.
Anything.
Yeah, I want to do my chest. I want to do my chest.
Wait, you had your leg done though. Like how was that?
It fucking hurted. Like that's why I was asking about the knee, because the knee for me like vibrated the entire time. My ankles hurted.
The ankle does hurt.
The dip behind any dip, like whether it's right here or like behind your knee, those fucking
they're horrible. I mean, I mean, obviously because the web came towards like towards that pit right here.
Yeah.
But
I love this tattoo.
Which one? I know. Me and the store got it. Oh, the three of us got it. We actually got matching lighters also. Not matching lighters, but we all got a lighter tattoo also.
That's what's up.
But yeah, no, anything with a pit in it, that's what I'm not looking forward to.
It hurts.
Because I want to get. Have you seen those with the tattoos with it's like the eyeball with like the cloud and the umbrella. Sometimes like there's an umbrella with a thunderstorm. It's very.
It's like an art thing.
It's a very American traditional thing that happens. I mean, it's very prominent. You probably will know when I show you it. But what's it called? I want to get it, but I'm thinking about where to getting that. Now that you mentioned the pit, I'm just like, that'd be kind of cool to put him in the pit. But I don't know about that.
Like the pain, yeah.
It's like, it's just, it's not the funnest fucking thing in the world. Like these. I'm obsessed with these. I need to get one of these.
Would you get one in full color like that?
No, I can't do full color.
Okay.
I'm doing all black with my tattoos. All black and white.
That's dope.
Oh, all black, cause because us melanin girls, it will eat up the color.
Yeah, the color. Yeah.
Like I have the Dumbo here, and it's color, and it doesn't hit the sun does not touch it at all, and like the yellow faded away.
Yeah, the yellow
it's just the yellow faded away. There's peach in there, and it kind of like blends with my skin. So it's just like I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do. If anything, I'll do red.
Red, yeah. The red I think you have on your stomach.
Yeah, I have red here, and I have the red bow, and that's about it.
Yeah,
and
I have no color.
Yeah, I don't want any color. And then, I don't want any color. I'm like, I think I'm okay with. Because, my skin will eat it up. Especially in the summer. Like, for me, like, I'm always fucking naked. Yeah. The sun is always touching my skin.
At
like,
the festivals,
At the festivals, especially at the festivals. So, so I'm just like, I'm not going to do any of it. I'm just going to be as it is. Just do black and white, and that's it. Or just black for the most part. But
I want my entire last name just on my chest, like bam.
Really? That's so cliche. You know what? I want to get the A18.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get an A18 tattoo. I want an A18 and an LA tattoo so bad. Yeah.
I wanted to get like the A18 here, but it's just like, but it's so crazy because like all the tattoos that I wanted to get, they're very like jail prison vibes.
So this is So the girls that don't know, so if you have spider webs on your elbows, it means how many years you've done like federal time or like hard time. So like Miss Daddy here.
I've done this. This is the gay years I've done this. all the gay years I put into my life.
Yes, that's what's up though.
But
that A1A tattoo, bitch, that should be sticker stamp hard. That would be dope.
Yeah, that nor the EST, like your
established. Yeah. You have your year anywhere?
No.
Okay.
I don't want that bitch. No, I want to because it looks cool.
It does look cool.
But I don't want to because like everybody like let's be real, when it comes to tattoos, the most cliche thing to get are within the Latin community, and I can say I can speak about them because fuck, I mean not fuck them, but like they're my people. The Latinos always like to get rosaries, roses, doves, fucking Zeus, always fucking Zeus. Like bitch, get Aphrodite or
Greek
some
mythology.
Shit. Greek mythology. Clocks.
Yes.
And when I talk about clocks, I'm talking about the pocket watches.
Yes.
Doves.
Those are fuckboy tattoos.
You know what I talk about? They're all fuckboy tattoos. What's it called? The doves, the rosaries, the clouds, God, the Virgin Mary, Jesus, the praying hands with the rosary. Roses are big also.
Their mom's names.
Portraits of their parents.
Their kids' feet.
Their kids' feet. It's always stabbed in their back too. It's always in their back. What's it called? The girls love to get their tits tatted. Always someone's name on it.
Yeah, right here.
They're right here.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Their baby daddy's names.
Kids' names.
Yeah, Aiden.
The Asians, more specifically like the Filipinos.
No, Aiden. Aiden, like the kid's name. I feel like lately the girls are calling their kids names.
Aiden, yeah, it's very them. Aiden or Jaden?
Jaden or Aiden, yes.
Yeah.
Very that.
The Asians like to get obviously the tribals.
Yeah,
like all the tribal tattoos, especially the Filipinos. The Filipinos love to get their fucking sun.
Yes,
I've
been wanting to get one of those. So I saw a Filipino recently online. He had a big ass Filipino sun on his neck. Oh my god, it was so fierce. I was like,
but they always look good.
They do.
They always. I mean, when they're done right, obviously, any tattoo that's done right, it always looks good. But for example, like I would never get the Mexican flag because it's ugly. I mean, that is ugly, but it's ugly to get tatted.
Yeah.
I think the only one that's like good to get done is the Filipino flag or like the Filipino like sun, because it always looks good.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it looks nice, and that's the only one that I think it's like passable to like get. Yeah. But yeah, the Asians love to get what's it called? Their tribal. What's it called? Same with the Samoans, like all those.
And it looks really nice too. Like especially like they'll sometimes chisel out their entire chest.
Yes.
And it'll like go into their arm. And I'm like, bitch, fierce.
Yeah,
and there's always
like,
a story.
And I love, and like it's always so beautiful when they get their legs done.
Yeah.
And it's just like to me, it's so commendable because I'm just like I know I've gotten these bitches done and they were not fun to get.
And they'll get like the entire leg.
The whole thing, and it's just like it looks so good, so good.
And a story about it, or like, cause the thing with like the Polynesian Islander tattoos is like there's something.
There you go. Sorry, my ignorant ass said Asian. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
I don't know what they're called either. I think it's like some people are like Polynesian tribal. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We'll call it that for the sake of
tattoos,
for the sake of not about offending anybody.
But they're fierce though. I fucking love them.
No, I'm telling you, like even like I can't get a realism tattoo because I don't think I can sit there for the amount of hours they put into it. So props to like people that I'm not talking shit, but the people that do get like the Greek mythology and stuff like that. Kudos to you because honestly, like your skin wears the fuck out. Like my skin gets exhausted.
And your body can only sit. Even though consciously you might want to sit there for a long time because you want to sit there and get your money's worth, but your body is telling you otherwise.
Your body's telling you no, but my body. No,
is that my mind?
My body. No.
Telling me no, but my body.
My body's telling me yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Who's that? Who sings it? It's not R. Kelly, is it?
Boys to Men.
Okay, cool. As long as it's not R. Kelly. I can't get a realism tattoo. Like the reason why I like American tradition because they're cute, they do the job, it gets the work done, and like I don't have to sit there for such a long time getting it done.
And there's something so biker 80s, 70s about that type of style of like the American traditional style. It's like sticker stamping. It's just it just looks so like,
and it's clean when it's done.
Clean,
it's clean. It's effective. It gets the job done. It gets the message across.
Yeah.
For example, like one of the reasons why I like my tutorial is because he works fast. So like we get in, we get out, and we're done. And like I don't have to sit there like fucking going through fucking
like portraits are beautiful. Like although like people will get
I want to get a portrait.
Like I don't know, Jack Snyder or like Jim Carrey like from The Mask, and those are beautiful. I'm like that's fierce.
Especially with the animes.
Oh yeah.
Like animes are very
light skinned bitches with white skin. I can't get color.
I I can't get color. But like a lot of them are getting like the anime stuff like that, and it's like it's with color and with detail, and it's just like I'm like, oh my god, like
those are like
beautiful.
stickers. Yeah, like you can like peel them off. Yeah,
and it's just like fuck. I mean, I can only imagine like the fucking pain you're going through, like to get to the whole. But it's like at the end of the day, it's like when it's done, it's totally fucking worth it because it's nice to get complimented. Like when you go out, you're like, oh, I love your tattoo, I love this, or love that. You're like, yes, yeah. But yeah, definitely for sure, I want to get more tattoos. I want to see if I can beat my record, which I don't think I will.
Because you said 7 in a year.
7 in a year.
That's tight.
Yeah, I don't know how much I spent though. I haven't like so far. I haven't counted the total of my tattoos.
No, that'd be crazy.
I think by the time I'm done, I probably would have bought in a car with like how much shit I want to get done.
The person that's gonna do my chest said 2,500. I'm like, fuck.
2,500.
It's expensive.
That is expensive.
I'm like, girl, that's so expensive.
And especially with everything going up right now, like even everybody's like getting more expensive. Tattoos are more expensive. But honestly, I don't mind putting in the drive time, and I don't mind paying how much I pay for my tattoos because I'm like at the end of the day, I know that I like the work and I like my artist, and like obviously I can find someone that's much closer, but I'm just like. One thing I told my artist, I'm like, why fix something if it ain't broke? Mm-hmm. So, like, my tattoo artist, he moved like farther away from me, but I'll still go to him.
He's in East LA?
Yeah, he's in East LA.
Oh,
that's why I was over there.
Yeah, I know. I saw her on Snippy tatted. I was like, what are you doing in LA?
I'm getting tatted. Not for the right reason. I mean, I didn't come for the other reasons. I came for the right reasons. But then, what's it called? Yeah, but yeah, that's my goal. I want to definitely finish my leg and then move on to other things.
When you get an 818, let me know. I'll get an 818 too.
But I want to get like I want to. Yeah. I really want to. But I want to get something stupid and ridiculous like here. Like everybody has that stupid. Either they have their last name, or they have Los Angeles, or they have like
get some hood shit.
Yeah, I love some hood shit. It's so crazy how like I'm into that shit. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to me.
You will get your dick sucked if you have some like hood shit just right here. It can say fucking elephants or something, and just like it just looks so I don't know. There's something very Los Angeles and very like hard and tough about
about getting something big and bold, like coming like right in your stomach like that. Yeah,
coming
100%. On your stomach. Coming
right on my stomach.
Okay, so anything from the past year that how was your last year? Like what how has your character developed since like going last year and like going into this year?
That's a good question. I think I spiraled last year, honestly. Like my mental health was like deteriorating. I never know how to say that word. Deteriorating.
To deteriorate. There you go.
Yeah, this shit was falling apart. But I'm doing a lot better. I'm medicated. I'm taking psych meds.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, psych meds. I think having a roommate now has kind of helped, like checking in with them often. And then what did I hit? I hit a year in last year of like being single. It's about to be 2 years now, so I think I'm doing okay. Yeah.
That's good. No, but that's good though.
Yeah.
Especially because sometimes the reality is like when we have issues, and especially as we get older, that's saying like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Mm-hmm. When you get older, you don't take like sometimes people don't even realize like, hey, I have an issue or I have a problem, and some people are willing enough to tackle that that problem down. Some people just ignore it and just keep going on. Mm-hmm. So it's always commendable. You always have to like remind yourself that hey, like I'm doing something about it. Like I'm taking the initiative steps to like hey, I'm gonna do this and do this. And like I said, at the end of the day, like no one's gonna take care of yourself but yourself. Like yes, people. Yeah, of course your friends will check in on you, and you have your family to rely on and stuff like that, etc., etc. But at the end of the day, like I always tell myself, like no one's gonna have you the way you have yourself. At the end of the day, you always have to take care of yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're more important than anybody else in this world, but
definitely.
But like with me, I think I've realized that like it is weird as fuck because like for example, like I'll be jamming in my car and shit like that, and I'll be like happy as fuck, and I'll stop and sit to myself, I'm just like, what the fuck are you so happy for? Like why? But then it's one of those things which is like bitch, just live in the moment. Who gives a fuck? There has to be no like who cares if there's a reason or not for you to be happy?
You're like robbing yourself of happiness.
Yes. And how cliche it may sound, but like after like my breakup, I mean obviously I went through my shithole, like I had to go through therapy and stuff like that, and I had to seek a therapist and I had to do all that stuff, and I took care of myself mentally. But like being out of that relationship, I reintroduced myself to all the things that I like, because when you as much as you love a person, you give some part away from you when you're with somebody. There's a part of you that you lose because you have to, in a sense, kind of align to your relationship, align to your partner. You sacrifice definitely, and like don't get me wrong. Not that I sit there and sacrifice a lot of myself, but one of the things I did sacrifice, being in my last relationship was like my character, my true self, which is like me being loud and talking about everything. Like for example, the guys over here, I could never sit there and hug you, and let alone you being Filipino because he's like, let alone that. So what's it called? So it was just a lot of like those things where I was just like, like I'm genuinely happy, I'm genuinely content. Like it's not. It's kind of sounds shitty to say that I'm cruising, but I'm cruising in a good way. Like I'm just like everything's like the water is still like I'm just like I'm happy, I'm content. Like I'm not like worried about so much shit much. Like I feel like I was always stressing about crazy shit all the time, and I'm not gonna say it's because of him or anything like that. But like back then I feel like I would just like be so like. Oh, like I have to do this, I have to do that. And like now I'm just like I'm mellow. I'm just like okay, like we're gonna get things done. But like hey, remember like we don't have to get things done all in one hit. Like we can take baby steps and stuff like that.
ADHD is crazy. Like like everyone's like being high functioning is just crazy because like you're always problem solving. You're like always constantly. Like doing like multitask.
More things, especially when I'm high, like it's just like boom, 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 like I'm a fucking pinball. But no, like this, the past 2 years, because we broke up in 2000 and when I moved in 2020. So it's been oh shit. Well, this year will be 3 years since we broke up.
It's good.
No, it's good, and I'm much happier. Like I mean, I was happy then. I'm happier now. I'm very content. Like, I'm happy with where I am, with who I am, with where I'm going with myself, like, developing as a person, like, as I'm getting older also.
And that's good to be very mindful of that. I feel like sometimes people forget about progressiveness. Progression insurance. No.
That's what I was thinking about,
I know it's progressive. But yeah, people forget about like that progression that you do because we're so caught into like the working and like the just doing all of these hustle and bustle things. We just kind of forget to say like, you know what, bitch, you've been doing really good. Like like props are coming to you.
And that's another thing we do. I've been doing a lot of affirmations.
That's good.
Especially at the gym. Yeah. Like I'm a crazy like it's so funny because at the gym like I mean it used to be at the gym like as soon as I pop my head I'm just like I'm bouncing and misbehaving. Like I'm always just nodding and like just like dancing, grooving to my shit. But then like for example like today I PR'd and so like I'll tell myself like for example like when I'm at like the last rep for my set I'm just like you got it bitch like and then like as soon as I finish it and I let go I'm like you're the baddest bitch I know. So like those little things that you do like that help me and like I've taken that kind of mindset and applied it to like other things in my life where I'm just like I'm like some for example like let's say I have a supervised session that day and what's it called like I get like praise and stuff like that just like I'm like yes you got it I'm like like I'm more I mean I was confident then but like I'm more confident within my work environment also so like overall like I've been pretty happy like I've been okay I've been good like I feel okay I mean I feel okay I look okay I'm good I don't know it's just it's weird being in this place.
You know what's funny too because I felt something different about you today too and I was like I didn't know what it was.
It's because I'm not medicated.
So I wasn't gonna say I was like maybe that's why but I'm like no I think like something's different.
No and I noticed it like I was just like I'm like why am I so happy like I don't understand like I'm like bitch I got like 3 hours of sleep today but we're doing fine.
Bipolar depression looks different on everybody. It affects people differently. I'm just kidding.
Some of us are functioning the others. But it's one of the I don't know. It's just it's been good.
That's good.
It's been good. Like and I don't know. Like and then now like I mean we're going into like the whole. Like I mean we've transitioned from being of like. No, not that way. But like one of the things now is like I like topping more. I like being more versed now. Okay. Like I used to love just being like just bottoming and stuff like that. But but the reason I feel like I was a bottom was because of my ex-boyfriend, which I didn't mind. But I feel like I was so stuck in it, and then just like that I really liked it that I totally forgot how it is to be a top. So when I started doing the whole topping, I was just like, oh, I'm like I do really like the best of both worlds. I'm like Hannah Montana bitch. Like best of both worlds. Take a step.
I don't know that much.
I was a Disney kid.
A lot of the
we didn't have cable, but
bitch, I didn't have cable.
But what they call ABC had had Hannah Montana, like the
Oh,
old
did it?
ass fucking episodes from like the
Okay.
beginning of the season.
Do you remember Kids WB?
Yes!
I love Kids WB.
I would wake up at 7 a.m. because that's when Pokemon
Yes,
was
on Saturdays.
Hell yeah, girl.
Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon.
What
else was on that
I was
shit?
never into Digimon.
Oh, yeah. I liked it.
I'd wake up. I used to watch Trolls World.
I don't think I remember that.
Like you know the trolls, all right? The crazy ass fucking hair.
Yes.
There was a show about them. It was like, welcome to the Trolls World. And I used to wake up super early and I used to watch it in the morning because they didn't have cable, so that's what I'd watch. So yeah, I like.
The struggle was real, girl. The girls don't know. We can only watch cartoons on Saturdays.
Yeah, and then like your entertainment would be like Jerry Springer.
Yes,
Mari.
Yeah, I used to love Mari.
Yeah, I
Mari
loved
Povich.
Mari.
Yes.
But so fuck, I forgot. See, I'm telling you, like,
we were just
go over everything.
Yeah. But another thing about that affirmations thing, I feel like in communities like ours, like communities of maybe of color, but like I feel like families of color show love differently. So like those daily affirmation things, we didn't have those things growing up. Our parents telling you like, "Mijo, you did so good today." Like, oh my god,
I never got that.
We never had any of that, and so
I would only get shitted on. Like you have shitty ass grades. I'm like, well, I'm a
it just looks differently. So like they loved us differently. Like just making sure that you were fed and clothed and all those other things. That was like one form of love, but like. So that daily affirmation things, you really have to do that shit for yourself. Like,
I thought it was very white.
It is,
it's
because
like,
that mind thing.
Yeah, because you don't like. It's just like it's not from our norm. It's not something that we're accustomed to.
Yeah.
So when we hang out with white people, or like shit on TikTok, or stuff like that, like where it's like white people driven. Like it's just like you start learning all these terms. It's like and so you start applying them. Just like I never knew that there was certain things. Yeah, like for example, like one of the things that I've also developed. I have a social battery.
Oh yeah, no, those are for real, girl. Social batteries.
I never had a social battery. Up until people start bringing up, I have a social battery. I'm just like, what the fuck is that? That's some white people shit. But no, I have a social battery, and I think it's because of COVID. I have a social battery.
Oh, I've heard that. Yeah,
COVID did in a sense make me introverted. Because I'm a huge extrovert. Like I walk into a room, I'm willing to talk to everybody and everybody. But like and I think it was also because it was COVID and then the whole breakup. So really got me
the COVID breakup.
Yeah,
I had one too. Yeah,
oh my
a COVID breakup. Those are real.
Some people had COVID babies. We had COVID breakups. We had COVID depression.
Right.
What's it called? Yeah, I had a COVID breakup too. So like that made me super introverted also. But I've realized that like I'm like I love being in my own. Being by myself, like enjoy being in my just being by myself in my own company. There you go. I enjoy being in my own company. That's what I've realized. I'm just like because I grew up in a big family.
Yeah.
I grew up in a big family. My family's been huge. I'm gonna stop this so we can. This is gonna be like 4 parts, girl.